Hey everyone, surely you need to know everything. But have you ever wondered that it would have been so beneficial if you knew what you like the most in graphic design? Well, I'm here to talk about how you can find your niche in graphic design. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Hope you all are doing fine. So, how have you been able to utilize this time? Well, do you know how important this free time can be? Remember those days when you were actually busy in your daily schedule with a lot of work around you and you used to say, oh no, I'll just do it when I'm free or I'll just watch it when I'm free. Well, now you have that free time. Have you been able to utilize it? I guess some people might say yes, or some people might even say no, or even they might say maybe. Well, I believe most of you might have thought of building up your portfolio of works. Some might even have finished it, or some might even have started it. Or there might be some people who maybe have not even started yet. Well, to all the people who are looking for someone who can push you, I'm here because today I'm going to talk about how you can find your niche in graphic design. Finding your niche or say expertise has become so much important nowadays. But to find it, it needs a lot of time, practice, research, and exploration. Now, you may ask, what do I mean by finding a niche? You all know there are so many different areas in graphic design. Some of the most popular ones are logo design, brand identity design, packaging design, illustrations, web design, UI design, poster design, marketing and advertising design, editorial or publication design. It's never ending. And just imagine the amount of confusion if you try to master everything. That's why it is very important to know what's your style, what are you good at, what can you master. Now, of course, if you want to master something, you have to be really dedicated and work hard. How would you know what are you good at? Well, I must say, you will have to take it as a challenge. If you take it as a challenge, I'm sure you'll win. Winning doesn't mean that you always succeed, but it means that you learn a lot. Now let's get to it. How to find your niche. The two ways that I believe exist as a beginner are one, exploring. Exploring all the different areas in graphic design. And second, well-planned mock projects. Let's start with exploration. You all know there are so many different famous websites where people are posting their new works every day from around the globe. Some of them are Behance, Pinterest, Dribbble, which is famous for UI designs, Instagram, Packaging of the World, which is really good for packaging designs, and Awards, which is awesome for website designs. When you explore these websites, I'm sure you will find great content. But I would also say try and concentrate on those bad examples too. Because sometimes bad examples help you understand what is good. And of course, you always start with bad designs. Eventually, you understand what improvements you need to make. Now, when you explore, there is a very important aspect that you need to consider for every design you like or dislike. The why aspect. Why do you like the design? Why it makes sense to you? Why you are connected with it? Why do you click on the image in the first place? And if it's bad, then why is it bad? Bad designs are generally skipped. Have you ever wondered why do they even exist? Because designers explore less, or maybe their source of inspiration isn't right. It does not mean that they are bad designers, but it surely means that they have not explored to the full potential. Or might be they're just amateurs who are still learning. The more you explore good designs and bad designs, the more you get a better understanding about the main aspects in design, that is, typography, color, principles of design, and technical aspects like, say, alignment and spacing. Now, when you are exploring and trying to answer those why aspect questions, you will come across two very general answers. The one, the font used, and the second, the colors used. Typography surely plays a major role in graphic design. You will realize that it creates or changes the entire feeling of the design. It's something like when you experience different weathers, it creates different feelings for you, right? Okay, here's the thing. You can choose one of these top 10 fonts and stick to it. You can start with designing quote posters for yourself, or even nowadays, very trending are the carousel posts. If you learn something new or if you have come across a good design, write down in words what do you learn from that design or what do you like about it. Even if you are reading a book, you could read important learnings in a carousel post. You have to train your brain in a way that it fits into your unconscious mind. The future offers a really good course on typography. I'm going to take this course sometime next year, but I'm sure it's amazing. I would recommend you all to try it. Then the second thing is color, which is again one of the most important aspects in graphic design. When you like a design, it's surely because of the colors they have used in it. It's maybe the right choice in the right place. Again, the future offers a really good course on color. I've taken this course and has rectified so many of my doubts. You should check it out. When these two aspects are mastered to the ultimate core, then I think you'll be able to explore even more of the technical aspects in graphic design. Well, again, while you're exploring, what you can do is, as an exercise, you can try and trace the designs that you like and try to change the colors or maybe the alignment or maybe the way it looks and see if you get the exact same feeling as the original. If you haven't checked my last video, I'd say check it out, in which I have explained how to find and apply inspiration. So here again, when we are exploring so much of content, we need to act upon it sometime and not just keep searching and consuming content meaninglessly. So taking you to the second step, which is creating well-planned mock projects. Mock projects help you identify your true potential in any design field. In the initial stages, when you explore, your mind tilts a little bit towards some area of graphic design. And when you realize which area it is tilting towards, that's when you start exploring a little more on that by creating mock projects. You can find it on these famous websites. Sharpen Design, Briefs. If you want to find logos, then Daily Logo Challenge. And if you want to start with UI, then Daily UI. And Dribble's Weekly Warm-Up is a place where you can find any kind of a project. All these websites will surely give you really good content to work on. And in the later stages, if you realize that you can create your own project, then why not? Just do it. But while making a project, just remember that try to be as specific as possible and have a time limit. Because, if you don't work on time, you won't be able to post it on Instagram and your followers will feel bad. Right? Just kidding. But that's the kind of pressure you must have, isn't it? You know why teasers work? Because that makes people curious. That's what you can start doing. You can start posting on Instagram and Behance as stories while going through the journey of designing your mock project. Now, if you ask me, I always try to imagine the final product so that I can always keep it in the back of my mind, and that keeps me inspiring and motivating. Or what I do is I also tell it to my friends or family because that's the kind of pressure that I want to build up so that I can complete the project. Some important points that you need to remember while working on mock projects are you should be able to identify the kind of style you like to follow. For example, minimalism or dynamism. Consider two different mock projects. This makes your brain inclined towards one of them. This is one of the ways you can know what you like. Third, see if you can attain a goal, because every real client project will have a deadline and you should be able to cope up easily with deadlines. Makes you more professional. Fourth, you can even ask one of your friends to be a client for you. You can talk to them, you can ask them questions, and try to present them your work. Also, ask them to keep taking updates from you, whether or not you are on time. Well, if you don't want to share it with your friend, no problem. You can still do it on your own just by planning. For example, create a mock project and keep the deadline as a week, say 7 days. Seventh day, you have to put it on social media. Better if it is a Sunday. Each day you have to complete the stages of design. Now say the stages of design could be, for example, first day you will explore. Second day you will create a mood board, developing a theme or a concept. Third day you can start sketching some ideas. Fourth day, putting first thoughts in your computer. Fifth day, developing the ideas further. Then sixth day, you can start finalizing the concepts. And the last day, that is the seventh day, you'll have to present it to your friend, your client, or your own self, or you can just upload it on Instagram. Now it's on you how many hours do you spend on these each day. But following on a process will make you get used to presenting your client on time. Also make sure at the end of each day, you are compiling your process in a keynote or a presentation. Because, as I've always said, journey is the most important part of any process. We learn a lot out of this journey. This process will not only make you understand the importance of time, but also develop the skills of focusing on a project. And after certain days, you will realize that you're seeing dreams about designs. Yeah, that happens, but that's fine. When you start creating your own mock project for the first time, I would just say be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the more you will start understanding how important asking questions to clients is, or how it starts affecting your process while designing. Then in the later stages, you can keep adding one difficult variable while you generate new mock projects. In that way, you will keep growing. The reason why you should start with small mock projects is because you can win small projects easily. This way, you'll be able to train your brain gradually for failures too. Because it's not necessary that whatever you design, your clients are going to like it in the first place. They might not like it, or they might say we need some changes or anything. So you should be prepared for that, right? Another very popular kind of a project is you can work on rebranding old firms like websites or even packages or even logos. And when you do that, you have design constraints. So it trains your brain even more. Now, when you are working on a rebranding project, it might take more than 7 days. But I would say don't stretch it too long, because you then start disconnecting with your own project. Just remember one thing. When you are rebranding a very old firm, then you have to consider the clientele and the market that they should never lose. In fact, they should be able to reach to a larger group of audience. It's not necessary to do only branding projects. If you think while exploring, your brain was tilted towards a little bit, say, editorial design or UI design. Of course, you can do some mock projects based on them. Say, for example, for editorial design, you can design zines or small books, right? The more specific you are in finding your interest, the more you will be able to develop expertise in that. In graphic design, it is very important that your heart, soul, brain loves what you are doing. True, very true. But it's not always necessary, because sometimes you are tired of thinking or your brain needs a break. Believe it or not, boredom surely improves your creativity. So I would say just take a walk in a park without your phone. You'll be bored after a while and your brain starts thinking the last project that you were working on, or it'll generate some kind of an idea. Now sometimes your brain is messed up with a lot of thoughts. The best way to clear it is to start writing. Write whatever comes to your mind. Even typing in a computer helps. Anything that makes you speak to yourself and put it into words helps. You feel better when you write because your brain starts cleansing. Try it out. Initially, you might have to force yourself from taking all the steps that I mentioned. But that's how it starts. It's like when you go to a gym, you go through a lot of muscle pain. Once your body starts getting used to it, then you start focusing on developing yourself even further, pushing yourself even harder. So, start exploring and start creating mock projects. This will not only help you find your niche, but also help you build yourself and your portfolio. And if you need any help related to mock projects, then you can reach out to me on Instagram. And if you like this video, then please don't forget to share, like, comment, or even subscribe to this channel. And if you don't want to miss the future updates, then don't forget to hit the bell icon. I know if we are all together, then we can really be good designers. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Adios.